Hello all, Sabello here. Today we'll be doing some live attacks. We've got a rumble going on. Let's take a look and see how that's going currently. So we're in second place as it is. We have a visitor, Lady Morgan Flint is in this one with us. You know, we're not doing too bad. We come third in our rumble from yesterday. So I'm hoping now we can pull together and try and get ourselves a win. Sib hasn't scored any points yet. And I thought I'd give it a little while and do a video to start the rumble off, for myself anyway. Now that's out of the way with, let's take a look at the army I've been using since yesterday. So I've been using 16 gunners, 10 bombers, a witch doctor, 5 juggernauts, 3 heavy gunners, a priestess and 10 ghastly gunslingers. It is quite an expensive army. I think it's 400 odd thousand, or it's 300 odd thousand, 380, 440, something like that. I can't quite remember. We'll find it out soon enough. Also, let's quickly go into this because I wasn't actually using legendary pirates yesterday, but it was. That's going to make sense in a second. Let's go into our collection. So if you've got a legendary pirate that you take on attack, you don't have to deploy them to still get the use of their buffs or her. So this one is increased damage done by juggernauts by 10%. I'm using juggernauts, so that's going to help. And I do have my priestess, so increased toughness by 10%. That should keep her alive a little bit longer. So hopefully she can get in there and get a good nighty night off. And obviously the 10 damage per 5 juggernauts, it's, you know, another 10% off. Let's take a quick look at the stats on that. Let's go in here. Where's their juggies? Info. There we go, so, you know, another 18 damage on top, so it's 198 damage per 5, and we're getting close to 1,000 damage per second for all 5 of them. Anyway, enough of the scientific stuff, so let's get onto our raids, and let's see how we're going to do. I'm hanging around the 300 mark, because I've done a video the other day on plunder points, and because I'm rumbling, like you can see here, 599 plunder points against a pirate all 10 this is. So, you know, I'm seeing better points. Right, I don't like the look of this design. Although the defences are still a pirate all 9, he's probably, you know, pretty similar to me. The mortars are better, there's a couple of cannons in there, and the ground pounders. We're going to skip that base. We don't want nothing too hard. We want easier. So this is 409 points. Because it's a pirate all 9, I'm a pirate all 10. Do we really want this? No, we want to find something that's pirate all 10, but it's not that good, really. I mean, that's what it's all about. Like, this is 600, let's call it plunder points. It's pirate all 10. However, they are pirate all 10 gun towers, along with cannons, the mortars. The other thing that's not that good is the ground pounders. Also, Annabelle, so there's going to be an extra stun of 24%, let's call it 25%, on the Mystic Mortars, and obviously the Mystic Mortars hit points is more. So we've got to bear that in mind. They look like that's a tasty Mystic Mortar. Let's get into the battle before we run out of time. We'll give it a whirl. I'm not feeling confident, and you shouldn't do this unless you're feeling confident. You shouldn't be raiding. Have a look at this guy's academy. It's like level 6 or 7 academy. His academy's really low for being pirate all 10. So he's obviously had a problem in farming BP. That's why it's so low, and obviously the lighthouse is not up to speed neither. Enough with the scientific stuff, Sib. Let's get in there to the raid. Let's get our witch doctor in. Let's get our bombers. Come on, bombers. In we go. There we go. So let's get our heavy gunners in. Let's get our gunners in. We're not going to use Greenbeard. Well, I hope not anyway. Let's get our ghastly gunslingers in. Get a little bit closer. And as soon as we get through this wall, we'll start using their ability, because they will target defences. Right, come on, guys. There we go, get their ability going. Now we're going to get the priestess in there, because I really want to get her in there and stunning it up. So if we can get through this wall in a second, come on guys, come on priestess, in we go. Now use her ability, perfect. So we locked up one of those mortars there. The other one's in the back, which, you know, it doesn't matter too much. The priestess is going to go down in a second, I think. There's one mortar gone. So we're doing a fantastic job so far. We've still got 3 gunners left, remember. If we can just try and take out these gun towers and that mortar, that would be really beneficial. Hurting a bit now. Come on, there we go. Go on, ghastly gunslingers. So, I mean, they're not max level for pirate all 10, or even they're not max for pirate all 9 yet. I've jumped onto some pirate all 10 stuff to try and get their special ability. Can we go a little closer, resurrect some of them skellies? We need just a little bit more to the left, my dear. Come on, witch doctor. Don't let the side down. Just push up a little bit more. Come on, this gun tower's hurting now. The bunkers are so tanky as well. They're not really wanting to resurrect many skellies. There we go, we're getting a few more jiggling about there. Let's just do that before, you know, we waste our time. Right, okay, let's come over this way now. Let's be careful. We've got the ship here, so let's just deploy in this location. Get our abilities going. I know we're taking fire off the pirate. We just want to take that ship out quick, and then we can move on to the pirate hall once the ship's taken care of. Let's use the Juggernaut's ability as well. As you can see, I mean, which slots to survive? The only thing that ain't is the bomber and the priestess, but the priestess never survives anyway, because she targets defences. I know ghastly gunslingers do, but obviously there is 10 of them. Let's use their ability. 30 odd seconds, we should easily get through the space. Heavy gunners are coming in now, and there we go, there's our first 3-star of this episode. And getting 599 plunder points, plus 817,000 grog, exactly what we need. There's our army, cost 443, so we made, you know, 400,000 profit. There's some mathematics for you today, guys. And girls. Almost a 40, well, it is a 49-minute army. It's quite a long one, but that's why you go streaking, to try and bring down the cost of grog for one. And then also the time as well to produce the army, or the recruitment time is reduced as well the further that you go in your streaks. That's why you see people go up to crazy amounts like 100. You can come off, log off the game, and then as soon as you come in, as long as you push like the fight button, it will keep you going on your buffs. Sometimes it won't add on the first win, which is a bit of a pain, but you get used to it. Right, okay, can we win this? Let's have a look. I hate when these ground pounders are so far apart. It's real annoying. So we've got a mortar there. It's a Pirate 11. Let's just skip this up. I'm not feeling it. Again, we want to look for something that we know we can beat. Like this one, there is no point me taking on this base. Yeah, sure, maybe I'll get a 1-star. But then I only get 10% of the plunder points on offer. And that's not going to help my guild win a rumble. Okay, so this one is, you know, the walls are not that good for a Pirate 11, but they're still pretty good. Well, the Pirate 8 and 9 and 10 walls, or 11, I think there's some 11s, yeah. Anyway, we are not beating the space. We don't take the risk. You know, if I don't know, if you're raiding for fun, I know we're raiding for fun now, then yeah, take a risk, but when you're in a rumble and things matter, then no, don't take a risk like this. I'd love to take this base on, but I mean, look, 816 plunder points, but I'm not taking that base on. No way. And this is why I hang around sort of the 300 mark, so I'm still getting decent plunder points, but I don't see every single base that's a maxed out Pirate 11, although currently you seem to have this problem. Here's another Pirate 11. The walls are from Pirate Hall 10 and obviously Pirate Hall 11. Clever little base design there. I like that. The ground pounds are real decent, bunkers are decent, everything's decent in that base. So again, we just push our next button. And again, I mean, the problem is when you're a smaller guild and you're right, because this is a little bit easier. Mortars there. There's a ground pounder there. Where's the other? Right, so both ground pounders facing the wrong way. There's no legendary pirate defending, so it's empty. There's no little man up here in the right. So this is something that we're going to have to take on. Because this should be the easiest of the pick of the mix, but still it's not going to be easy because the bunkers are a decent level, the cannons are maxed, the gun towers are maxed for Pirate Hall 10, so are the mortars. So this is not an easy base, trust me. Just that getting through the walls is going to be a lot quicker, so that's why we're choosing this base. Again, I shouldn't really take this risk, but it's the easiest one that I've seen in about, I don't know, 12 clicks of next. Let's hopefully take out these buildings. We've got to keep some back, I guess, to get rid of the rest of the buildings. Obviously the ship there. Let's start thinking about our juggernaut. As soon as this blacksmith goes down, that should make sure our troops don't get distracted. Like so. Right. So now let's just get our 4 in. Let's get our bombers in, like so. There we go. Another bomber. Right. Let's get our 3 heavy gunners in one spot, because I don't want to come in range of that the bunkers. Let's get our other juggernaut in there. So they're all going around the long route. My juggernauts, now they're travelling back. We've got 1 juggernaut going in there. That's fine. Right, let's use our ability there. Let's keep an eye closely on the priestess. Once she gets in there a little bit, come on priestess, my dear. Don't know why you're moving so slow. Right, that's a mortar shot. Get a little closer. Use her ability now before she dies. There we go. So we got Mystic Mortar, we got a bunker out of that. It wasn't exactly ideal, but that's the way it goes, I'm afraid. So the bunker's taken care of. We've got a stunned up cannon there. If we can take that out quick, perfect. We're in the base. We've got a lot of tanks in there now. So we only got one skelly there. It was my fault there on that. The Ghastly Gunslings are doing a fantastic job. We've got some gunners. We just trickled 2 more in there. We keep 2 back just, for emergencies. If we can keep these tanks alive, which I don't think we're going to. Yeah, all our tanks are dead. We've just got heavy gunners and the Witch Doctor to do our bidding. Witch Doctor's gone too far forward. He's going to die in a second, and that means I've got no protection from my heavy gunners now. So, I mean, that is the problem. Can we just farm this bit of grog? Because we're not getting a 3-star. Just keep out of range. We're getting hit by this cannon now. You can see, look at the damage on them storages, man. That is crazy. Can you spin round? Oh, they've been stunned. Hit the cannon. No, don't hit the gold storage. This is not going in our favour. I know we've got 2 gunners left, but there's really, no point in deploying them. Because we're not going to get any more than a 2-star. And that's the end of the raid. So, again, I did say that the defences was maxed out for Pirate Hall 10, so it was foolish of me taking that base on anyway. Still got 300 plunder points, but yeah, it's not really ideal. As you can see, my time I think it's dropped by about 5 minutes just by doing a 2 streak. That's quite a bit. And I think the grog costs cut down a bit. I did do a video on what all the times. That was ages and ages ago though. Okay, so I mean, look at this base. We've got almost all maxed out cannons bar 1. We've got maxed out gun towers, maxed out mortars. The ground pounder there is tasty. That one's not. The Mystic mortars are not that great, but again, we don't want to take the risk. Plus, there wasn't a lot of loot there. Like this one, not a lot of loot there neither. So it looks like it's been on Pirate Hall 10 a while longer than me because everything is pretty much max. He's obviously working on his walls. Again, we need to find an easier base. Maybe we have to drop a bit, but it means losing more plunder points. So if we drop below 300, then we're going to see less plunder points than 599 for Pirate Hall 10. However, let's think about this one. Can we take this base on? You know what? I'm feeling risky. Do we risk it for a biscuit? I don't know. Maybe. Let's go from this way. Let's see what happens when we come in from this direction. I actually know, well, I don't know, I know of Wallamus is actually on the forums. So let's say higher. Let's just try it and deploy all our troops in one spot if we can. So we distract there. Let's get the mortar in there. Let's get the Witch Doctor quickly sib. There we go. Let's get our action going on here. Let's get our Ghastly Gunslingers in. Perfect. Let's get our abilities popping. We want to get in there. Come on, guys. Let's get our gunners in there. So perfect. Now we're in there. Can we get the priestess scan? As soon as this ship goes down, we could be in a great spot. Now, I can't see where she is. Can we use ability now? We're locked at half the base. This is it. This is the one we're going to find out if our troops are going to cut the mustards. I don't know. We're getting in there, though. It's... Oh, them shots are killing me from the ground pounder. That is the problem with the ground pounder. However, we could potentially get the 3-star. Where's my heavy gunners? No, they've gone the wrong way. No. Why don't they have a brain cell? However, we should get at least a 1-star. Our heavy gunners... Oh, we got one. We got one with a brain cell. Perfect. Right, we're in there. You're at 40%. As long as we can keep our heavy gunner alive and that one juggernaut is eating the damage, we should be okay. We've got a couple of cannons in there now. So that's a bit of a cause for concern. And that heavy gunner's not going to last too long, especially now he's been knocked into the range of the cannon. The bunkers are so tanky for a heavy gunner to get through. Let's try and now use our gunners to claw what little victory that we can. So, I mean, that was the best method in there. If the heavy gunners had actually gone into the base, along with the other one, maybe if we hadn't made a mistake with our Witch Doctor, then I think that could have been a different raid altogether. Mistakes happen in our raids. You know, some things... The Witch Doctor was in my control, but the direction of the heavy gunners wasn't. Maybe it was, because there was a cannon here. So if maybe we could have cleared a few buildings here, but then you was in the range of the ground pounder, so it swings and roundabouts, really. The resources wasn't great there on that raid, but I recognised the name, so I thought I'd say hello. So why not? Probably doesn't know me, but it doesn't matter. We've got a 2-star. Let's come out of battle. We don't want to be here all day. So that's why you always keep troops back to make sure... Look at that resources, man. That's terrible. Don't do a sib there. Make sure you're making a profit. Anyway, that's why you don't really. You've got to have a good army for them corner bases. They are a pain in the backside. Now, this is a much easier base. Problem is, we're going to make like a 300,000 loss on this base. But after our last two raids, I think we need a bit of redemption. There's no legendary pirate defending. Again, you know, maybe I should be using Greenbeard. But if he dies, I'll lose a buff. But is the buff really that important and that beneficial? If it was the heavy gunners, which is on one of my pirates that's asleep, Sadie the goat, I think, then yes. Anyway, a lot of talking there. 1 grand pounder there, 1 there. Right, let's start by clearing again the outlying buildings. Always get that done first. That one there. Got remember the voodoo hut is there. I'll get the silo because that's quite tanky, and one in the corner there. Right. Let's start to deploy our tanks. Let's try and figure this one out now. So the other grand pounders in there. Let's just come in this way here. Let's just stack our troops a little bit along here. Let's get witch dots in. Let's get our gunners in. We're going to use them all. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. Heavy gunners. Get a Garcy gunslingers. Couple in there. 1 more in there. Now we need to start focusing on that area there with the priestess. Why? I have a feeling that we need to get to this area first. Then we've got to worry about mass troops going into that area, which is going to be the problem. So I mean, our army's split in 2 right now, which is, you know, it's okay. Let's do that because I've got the ship hitting. I didn't quite reach the ship. My troops, and that was a bad nighty-night by myself. Can we resurrect some troops? That's the problem with witch dots when using them with heavy gunners. They're so far behind. You just don't have the skellies to resurrect, which is a big problem. So come on, guys. Got 3 heavy gunners and not much else left. Get in there and get this mortar hit. We've got the cannons here. We've got this one nailing the wall for me. Although now I need to get the cannon gone. Perfect. Get the gun tower. Use Nighty Night. Just got that cannon. That's a waste again. So the Nighty Night is not working today. Which sort of keeps this heavy gunner alive. Not going to for long because that skelly's going to go down and that leaves that cannon there tapping on the door. Oh, wrong button. That's not going to help. Resurrect these skellies, which it'd be okay. I mean, we've got enough pushing in there now. It's obviously just these buildings at the back. Got the voodoo hut there, which is going to be taken out by the Garcy gunslingers, and then it'll leave the legendary fort there. Obviously, the academy is going to go down pretty quick as well. No buildings left behind us because we cleared all them out at the start, and the guild ship there. Perfect, let's use 99. Hey, at least we sort of reached the academy. This is going to be our 3-star, and that was a loss with profit, but we don't mind because we finally got some plunder points for our rumble and our guild. Now, maybe heavy gunners, they can reach the fort now, and don't have to swim perfectly. So we've got our 3-star there. Yes, we're not exactly farming very well at all today, but never mind. We're getting some wins. Have we actually had a loss yet? Apart from, no, it's just two stars, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's not even attempt that base. No way. This one as well. Remember, you can lose while streaking. The only thing it does is make you lose one of all the buffs that you've got. So you can drop pirate rank while streaking, but obviously, as I just stated, that you're going to lose your streak buff. Which, you know, it ain't the end of the world. Just win another battle and you're getting another buff, and then win another one after that and you get another one as well. Not the end of the world. Right, okay, no loot. We're looking for loot. The problem is with this event that the loot dries up like crazy. Everyone's moaning, especially the weekends. There's even more people on than usual. Look at this, 748 points. No profit, but it's a rumble rival. This base I have to 3-star. There is no if, buts, or maybes. Has to happen. Right, okay. Let's see where our grand pounders are. There and there. The mortars are not higher level, so we should beat this base. I don't see why not. If need be, I can always pull out the Greenbeard, but I don't really want to. We've got no legendary pirate defending, which is a bigger bonus for us. We've got a bunker here. So I've got to be careful where I deploy my heavy guns. Always monitor where the bunkers are, although I'm not the best one to be talking about that, because they will shred apart your poor heavy gunners. So sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on what's going on in the battle, along with my troop deployment. So I've got 4 gunners sitting back, Priestess is down here somewhere. Let's get the heavy gunners ability popping so they can start getting a mass amount of damage. This could be potentially overkill. Right, she's in the base now. Let's lock the base up with a pirate all stunned. There we go. That ground pound's going to be a problem if we don't get to it soon enough. There we go. Ghastly Gunslinger's in there. That's the bonus of using the Ghastly Gunslingers, that they target defences. So while the rest of my troops are worrying about, you know, the loot, the pirate hall, they're like, hell no. It's not time to go shopping, guys. We've got a base to take out. I mean, we shouldn't need the 4 gunners, so this we'll save a little bit of grog by not deploying them. Let's use their 99 now, and we messed up again. You've got to really watch the priestess, because otherwise you make mistakes like me, and she is crucial. I mean, that's why I've got her, so that she locks up parts of the base for a few seconds, give my Ghastly Gunslingers, heavy gunners, everything a chance. Okay, look at the overkill here, man. But 793, but we'll find out at the end of the raid. But big plunder points coming in. That makes up a little bit for the average of my two stars that I lost. Well, sorry, that are 1 but only 2 stars. 748. So if I've been seeing 599, that's a profit of what's that? 149. Yes, 149. So it sort of divvies up between the 2 losses I've had. It's not made up for it, but it sort of helped, and we get a. Oh, there we go. We've got a part of a grog bonus there for one of our buffs. Got a bandit's chest too, 401,000 grog the army cost, so it has gone down. So, you know, try and calculate that, keep an eye on that, so, you know, well, I can raid for 450 and still make a profit. Wow, look at this one. If I had the troops, I think we've seen this one already. 1 million grog though. I did do a couple of big raids last night, 1 million grog a piece, and that really did help. Again, I'm not feeding this base, really not. It's just, once I get my heavy gunners, my juggernauts up better, my gunners, Ghastly Gunslingers, once they're up, I can take on these bases for sure. It's just going to take me some time, and the academy training is getting longer and longer, like 8-9 days a pop for some of the stuff, so it's not quick. No, we don't want this one, and we certainly don't want that one. Not that one either. I mean, yes, I was saying before, the problem with rumbling, or rival rumbles, or rumble rivals, is that because we're a smaller guild, there's bigger guilds out there, and they're all sort of got max pirate 10s and 11s. So your rumble rivals is, in effect, people that is just out of your league, so to speak. And that is the truth and the hardship of being a smaller guild with players that are not max pirate hall 11 or 10s. It's really sort of hard on smaller guilds. That's my rambling done for today. You know, every episode I'd like to have a bit of a ramble about something. Right, this base. We have faced many similar bases before. We're going to run at a loss, but we keep one eye on our grog, which is 1.3. As long as we get above mil, I feel sort of relaxed. As long as we can get through these few layers of walls, we should be able to do this. Because the cannon's not that high level, the bunker's not that high level, the mortar's not that high level. You know, it's not out of our reach. So we'll go for this. As long as, I say, we clean these outline buildings out, so the AI is going to hopefully want to work for us. They've got no legendary pirate defending. Let's use our ability on the guns. We're going to clear out these buildings as quickly as possible and try and keep back a few gunners as well. Right, so let's get one up there, and let's get one up there. Remember, there's some buildings up here in the top left somewhere. Right, so now it's go time. Can we get our bombers in this section? Go, guys. There we go. So keep pushing. Just get one heavy gunner in there. As soon as we get through these walls, we are laughing. Right, that's 2 layers of walls. Come on, guys. Let's use our kaboom. Bang, let's get through there. That's it, perfect. Let's get our juggies in there. Heavy gunners, Ghastly Gunslingers, you name it, they're going in. Right, use the heavy gunner's ability. Use the gunner's ability. Get ready. Use the Ghastly Gunslinger's ability. Where's our priestess? There she is. She's over here somewhere. Use her ability, because now the ground pound is coming to work on my troops here. Really don't want that happening. Can we take out that ground pound? Yes, we do. Both ground pounders should go down in a second. Both mortars are down. Yes, there we go. The base is as. The raid should be as to lose. We don't want to lose, though. Right, so, I mean, this is it, really. We take a couple of gunners back if we can. We've got a bunch of cannons and gun towers over the back here, but there isn't a reason why now that we shouldn't freestyle this base. We've got such an overpowered army sitting there. You know, my biggest problem, I think, is one, generally sometimes it can be really good with the Nighty Night ability, but my Witch Doctor's ability, I think the problem is where I'm using heavy gunners. Great that he's protecting them, but then he don't go in and protect the troops that I need protecting, which is my squishy gunners, my squishy bombers, my squishy gunslingers, which means they don't stay alive as long, and therefore it makes the raid even harder. Look, all the buildings are done apart from these few here, and we've kept back 2 gunners as well. Perfect with the long range of the heavy gunners because they can shoot. Look, so far away. There's another 599. We're sort of keeping it average now. And 6, there's 404. So we made a slight loss there, but we are still hanging over the 1 mil on our grog, so we don't mind so much. Right, this is Juggernauts. Increased toughness by 5%. That's going to help. And of course, when taking on stronger bases, you're going to need some of these better buffs because it sort of evens out your weaker troops versus their strong defences. 404,000. Grand Panda's facing the wrong way. However, it's a very, very strong defensive base. They are Pirate Hall 10 maxed out defences. My troops are not cutting the mustard. So, you know, if you're a Pirate Hall 7, Pirate Hall 8, the same applies. So don't think, yeah, I'm Pirate Hall 8 now. I was a Pirate Hall 7, I was taking on Pirate Hall 8, so I'm a Pirate Hall 8, so I can take on a Pirate Hall 9. You can, once you got them troops up to scratch. But not as a new Pirate Hall, and it makes it real hard. I'm struggling in the rumbles for sure, and getting a lot of loot. I'm struggling because my troops are not max for Pirate Hall 10. Obviously I'm have to take on Pirate Hall 11s as well, which is obviously the hardest bases in the game currently. Right, so we've got a loss there, but that would be, you know, so ideal because although it's a Pirate Hall 11, the ground pounders are perfect, but the mortars are not up to scratch. The cannons are not up to scratch. The gun towers are weak. The only thing that's decent is the ground pounders and the ship. But, you know, having said that, if we don't get this raid right, we're going to be in big, big trouble with them ground pounders. So this has got to be key. I've got to be on my A game this raid. We are going to take it on, because Sib does provide the entertainment. Whether that's, you know, laughing at me or something. At my failed raids. Let's get our guns. No, our guns are a bit more disposable. Let's get them in there. Let's get a Witch Doctor in. Let's get a line of our bombers in there. Really, you know, now let's get a line of Ghastly Gunslingers, because I also want them in there. Right, come on guys, bust through these walls. Can we get in there? Use the Ghastly Gunslinger's ability. Can we get in there? Please do not cook all my troops. Really don't want my troops cooked. Come on, guys. Use the Witch Doctor's ability. Use the Heavy Gunner's ability. Sorry, I couldn't remember the name there. Oh, that's hurting. That's hurting. There we go. Lock up the Grand Panner. If we can get in there now quickly and take out that Grand Panner, we got half a chance. If that comes back alive, my Heavy Gunners or something will in its path. It's going to spell disaster. I assure you. Come on. Come on. Oh man, them Ghastly Gunslingers and guns, boom, they're gone. They're out of here. Right, so we're running out of troops. I did say, if we can't take out this this Grand Panner, we are in the biggest problem ever. And considering we've got like practically a handful. There we go. Not a lot of skellies really. Ow, ow, ow. That's a Heavy Gunner gone. That is a raid over. I think that is us done. We are busted. It's finito, because the damn troops were not focusing the right defences. The Grand Pan's got annihilated, and I was really worried. Look, the Witch Doctor's gone. There's like no tanks. Can we redeem it with Greenbeard? Maybe. Is it too late? Perhaps. I don't know. We've got to send him in there. We've got to make sure we win this raid. Mortar's gone down. Now we're going to win this raid, especially with the time ticking down. We have got Greenbeard in there. He's not going to die, so we're only going to waste 1 stamina. If you try and make sure, if you really need to use them, they only lose 1 stamina. Beneficial, because you don't want them losing 2. We need him for his buff. However, let's get our last gunner in there as well. Let's help the cause. That's very hard work. It's probably my fault the way I spread out my bombers as well. But I needed to make 2 holes. Maybe should have done 5 and 5. But then my Witch Doctor wouldn't know which way to go. As I say, I don't like the fact that the Witch Doctor stays so far behind the heavy gunner, and all the skeletons are in front, and that's the problem. I can't get close enough to the skeletons to get a decent ability off. Well, that is it. There's our 3-star. We had to panic there with a bit of Greenbeard intervention. But nonetheless, we get 653 points, an extra 54 points to what we've been seeing, which, again, because of the 2 stars, sorry for knocking the mic there, for the 2 stars, it's slowly creeping back those plunder points that we lost during those incidents, shall we say. 408,000 grog cost there, so it hasn't gone down. I think it'll go probably on streak, or sorry, victory 10, you'll see that change. That was Juggernaut and Witch Doctor, I think. Now, if this was like sub 100, I'd see 100 odd plunder points for this pirate weight. One, he's a rumble rival. One, he's my rank's 379, and he's just 255. So that's why I'm seeing 335. So it's real good for 2 pirate walls below. But it's still, considering I'm raiding almost 600, it's a little over half, but it's not enough really. It's not enough for our time. 748. This is another one. Now, I'm starting to wonder, with this army comp, can I take this base on? I don't like that I've got 2 bunkers facing this way, because I would come from here. If I come from here, I've only got 1 bunker, but then I'm afraid they might go that. I mean, they could go either way, to be honest. 700, is it risky? Worth? No, because the resource is not that good anyway. Let's not even contemplate it. Let's push our next button. 599. Again, the wall's not that good, but look at the resources. That's because everyone is trying to plunder, well, put their resources into their walls, into their academy, getting their training going. I mean, look at this. This is this max pirate all 10, apart from the Grand Pounders. This is another corner base. Really, I think that it's become a problem. The AI won't change, but I think that these bases where they're using, surely something's got to give, because we're seeing the same base designs. There's no originality behind any of the designs. It's all much the same. There's not that many base designs that's different to the corner bases. I know some people know how to beat them, and it probably helps if you've got max troops, but as a new Pirate All 10, I mean, even the corner bases on Pirate All 7 I've seen. It don't work, trust me. Probably because the walls wasn't up to scratch, but yeah, I mean, I've seen Pirate All 7s with the same base design. I've seen Pirate All 8s. Everyone's using the design. It does take a while to figure it out, but you can beat them. But when it's a Davy vs Goliath, where I'm the smaller person, V's a bigger person, then it is not going to happen. It's just impossible to get through those chunky walls with bombers that are not maxed out. I think on the last level of the bombers they get something like another 150%. I could be wrong on the percentage, but let's call it argument's sake, 150% additional damage to walls, and that is huge, especially with the other DPS they get behind it as well. Right, I mean, that's not bad grog, to be honest, for Pirate Weight. It's, you know, it's okay. It would have been on a slight profit. Again, look, it's another corner base. It's just, I don't know. I'm not agreeing with the corner bases. Let's do something about this. Let's get it changed. Let's get our base design groove on. Let's make our own designs and not just copy someone else's because, you know, it's worked for them. You know, like my base designs, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but at least it's not a corner base. I've made the designs myself. I don't mind if people copy me because it's not a design that's, you know, that's not beatable. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not invincible, not unbeatable. Right, okay, we've got our bunkers here. So that means I think that we should come in this direction here. We've got a mortar there. This is, apart from the gun tower's not that good, so that's a key aspect why I'm going into this base. The mortars are perfect. I mean, the mortars are maxed out, all 3 of them. The cannons maxed out. The bunkers are not, but we're hoping to beat this base. Let's try. Plus, there'll be a bit of profit if we can 3-star it as well. Right, there's no legendary pirate 2. We're going to come in from this direction, so we are just going to spread our troops there. Let's get our gunners in there, keep just a couple back. Now, early on, I want to get my heavy gunners in there. Why? I'll tell you why. Because there's no bunkers in the way, so there's no real objects to block my heavy. Not block, but there's no bunkers to take out my heavy guns. I don't know why I haven't deployed my bombers. It's probably because I'm too busy talking, as I normally do. Right, yes. So I mean, what's I saying? I can't remember now. It's gone. It'll come to me. Anyway, where is our priestess? She's here. Let's keep an eye on her. Yes, I was saying something about the heavy gunners and how it's beneficial that she isn't blocked, and that was a useless nighty night. Again, I'm just not doing that good. I might have to start dishing the priestess because she seems more of a hindrance, and maybe go with an extra witch doctor or something. So, I mean, where's our other... We lost a heavy gunner. Yeah, we've lost a heavy gunner, unfortunately. Come on, witch doctor. We need to go a little further in there. We lost all our ghastly gunslingers. They are gone. We're taking so much beating. Look at that. We almost lost our whole army because the witch doctor just will not. Where are you going, witch doctor? Up. We want to go north. Witch doctor, where are you going? Oh man. Oh man, this raid cannot go any worse. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. We are in big problems. Please give me the heavy gunner's special ability because he ain't got much health. Oh man, the ships took out my heavy gunner. We have this heavy gunner at the bottom here. I don't know if we're going to have enough in the... Why? There's a wall broken there, heavy gunner. What are you doing, man? And you are full retard, witch doctor. Full retard. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, bullets. Where's the damage? Whee. Okay. Can you hear the distress in my voice? Oh no, I should have done that because the bunkers are there, Sib. I've not made it any easier on myself. Probably just lost the 3-star now. Now I'm going to have to rely on our trusty Greenbeard to try and attempt to salvage a win. I don't think we're going to. The big problem is we've got a guild hall there. It's going to take forever. We've got a bunker that's tanky as hell. We've got a retarded witch doctor that just doesn't want to get close to any skellies. I'm not going to resurrect one skelly. I mean, it's just why? No, that they're going to concentrate on the shark trap. No, this is going to spell doom for my win, and we've wasted one stamina for nothing. Oh man, these raids, they drive you up the wall, man, and that's probably my fault for having no guild troops. I need to pause this because I'm drastic for a drink. Oh, it's better there. Sorry, it's about a cough. Right. That was terrible. What I might start doing, I might start not going in straight away and using the priestess 99. I might go in there, take some damage, take some defences out, get my tanks in there. So get them juggernauts into that core of the base. Once they're taking the damage, then get the priestess in there and get her stunning the rest of the base up. I might try that. So we've used 2 stamina on our poor Greenbeard. We've got half our thingy. I mean, I'd done it yesterday. I was in 2 minds whether I should deploy my guild my guild crew troops, whatever. I left it too late, and I was on 99%, and I missed it by a split second, destroying the last building. So, problem with me is I'm very indecisive. I don't really like wasting guild troops. This is going to be perfect. Please, let's have some redemption because we are dropping points like flies. We've got no guild ship troops. Perfect. This one gunner should be able to 1v1 this mortar as long as you don't knock him at the pathway. Even better. Right, so we've got a cannon here as well. Remember that. We've got a gun tower up there. We've got no defending things there. So he's been quite smart in the fact that I've now got to waste my troops. Can we get 3 there? And 2 there. Use the ability. There we go. So we're taking out a few defences now, which is going to help us significantly. Let's get some of our troops in there. Even better. Right, so we have a ground pounder there. Didn't even pay attention where the ground pounders were. I can't even see the second one if I'm honest. So we've got 1 ground pounder here. Let's take that out. There we go. Even if we use all our gunners, let's just try and take out some of these splash damage buildings. Go on, 1 shot, perfect. Right, so now they're taken care of. We shouldn't really have an issue. I can't see the second, unless there isn't one. We're going to run out of time if we don't hurry up, so hurry up, Sib. Let's come in just from this direction. If we get hit, we get hit. Right, 1, 1, 1, 1. Use our ability. plough through here. Let's get a witch doctor in. One gunner, one heavy gunner, one heavy gunner. And I said gunner about 6 times there or something. There we go. Let's get our gassy gunslingers in there. Take out those gun towers. Take out those bunkers. Again, I don't want to deploy my priestess yet. I could even use her tactically, so I'll come in a back route where everything's caused me a problem, like so, in now. Now use my ability. Perfect. That's 3 defences locked up. Give my ghastly gunslingers a chance to come through and do some damage. Obviously on one of them beefy cannons there, so that max that cannon's about to go down. Let's use the Juggernaut's ability, try and help us get down that gun tower, like so. The cannon there has been taken out by the priestess. We've got a bunch of troops in there. We've got the ship here. Obviously we have still 2 defences there. All the buildings here are taken care of apart from that, but we have troops down there seeing to that as well, which is perfect. Probably used their ability too early, but never mind. Priestess is there. She's doing damage. The ship has gone down, finally. Her ability won't work in the water. She is going to go down. I will show you if she gets too close. Go on. One more shot. There we go. Perfect. There we go. So we've got the stun office that she's going to be able to 1v1 the cannon. I don't think so. I think the cannon might come out just before with 1 shot left. Go on. One more shot. Perfect. Yeah, she 1v1s the cannon. So that was real close whether the priestess was going to get a nighty-night off there. It's probably like the best nighty-night I've done all episode. Which is saying something. Which is absolutely saying. That's the last thing to go now. Perfect. There we go. There's our plunder points. Pulling up another 54 additional plunder points. Thank you very, very much. Again, let's get that 408,000 cost there. We are just over £1 million, so we're sort of dropping a bit on our grog, which is unfortunate. We've got witch doctors there. We've got buccaneers. That's no good. And we've got juggers. Let's see if we can find a juicier base. This isn't it. If we see a Pirate 9 that's not, loads. Oh man. Why have you got to show me this base? This isn't what I wanted. No, we're not going for it. I want resources. Need resources. We might have to take a look at our pirate rank and drop that down. Because as I said before, we're getting towards the 400, so it's going to start throwing us a bunch of bases that, like this guy, that's not really ideal for us, and like this one. So let's do that. Let's drop some pirate rank. Again, you'll see that it, apart from losing a buff of each, obviously the streak goes up, but the victories don't. You ain't losing nothing apart from obviously the buff streak, which I just mentioned. If you can, if you're stuck in this and you want to drop PR, try not do it on someone that could potentially beat your bases around your own level, like this guy. I don't want to take him on because the potential. Let's have a look. His academy ain't up to scratch. I mean, I think it's a 7 or 8. It's really hard. It's not a bad level. But yeah, I mean, don't drop your PR on him. Find someone that's a max there, like Pirate 11. So because he's going to be big. Oh man, why are you doing? Oh, it's this guy again. And definitely not a Rumble rival. Do not drop on a Rumble rival because you give them an opportunity to find you. Sorry, to revenge you. Giving them additional points, and then when they push next, they might find you again. So that's a little tip for you. Like this guy, Pirate 11. Can I take him on? No, he can take me on, but he's not a Rumble rival, and he's gonna have reduced loot because I'm a Pirate lower than him. So what we do is we go into fight. We're gonna drop our Pirate rank there, and that makes me happy. I feel confident now that if he comes and hits my base, he's only going to be able to get. What is it they get? I can't remember now. I only remember as a Pirate 9. As a Pirate 9, if a Pirate 11 inch, it's like 660,000 of both. Which ain't the end of the world. They'd probably take like maybe, I don't know, 800,000 off me now. Something like that. Oh man, this base, why you got to keep showing me these? I'm going to have to take this one on and take a massive loss. And then, it's obviously a Pirate 11. But the defences are not that great. So we have to go for it. It's just, carrot dangling, as they say. Let's get our Juggernauts in there, get a long line of gunners in there, get their ability going in a second. I just want to get 2 heavy gunners in there. Let's get their ability going. Let's get our bombers in there, our witch doctor, get our gassy gunslingers, loop around like that. We're going to keep back our priestess. That's what we want to do, keep back the priestess. Right, now we're going to get some of our gunners in there. We're now getting char grilled by the flame gate. We are in there. Now let's think about getting our priestess, but she will go and target the ship, which is good because that will delay her getting it in the base. so I can use her a 99 at another opportunity. Right, let's keep one gunner back. I don't know why. Let's get a heavy gunner in this side, because I feel that we're getting a bit low on the left-hand side on the flanking material. Right, so we've got one more Juggernaut left, Sib. Why are we not... There we go, let's put him in there. Might give them an idea to shoot him instead. Let's use our heavy gunner's ability. You can see him in there, got a Ghastly Gunslingers in there, got Healthy Jug sort of in there. Witch Doctor is, well... It can resurrect at one Skelly, which isn't what I want. Come on, heavy gunner, that's it. Perfect. So the mortar here is going to get taken out. The big problem now is going to be the copious amount of gun towers, which is now firing onto my Ghastly Gunslingers. We've got heavy gunners in there, the pair of them. The Witch Doctor is, well, hugging the Juggernaut for once, but it's not in a decent place to resurrect a bunch of Skellies. Look, I mean, he's dying every raid, and I'm not going to resurrect one's... I mean, one's better than nine, I guess, but still, I find it a bit of a waste. Right, so we're now in problems because... Come on, get that gunner in there. Because that cannon is going to town as well as, sorry, the pirate. Now we're in problems because we don't have enough troops to finish this base off. Again, I'm going to have to get Greenbeard to rescue. Use his ability because that'll just get a bunch of damage onto a numerous amount of buildings. Then just leave him to do his auto attacks, and that should help us out. Now it's going to be real close. I don't think we're going to get the 100% if I'm honest, because we've got two gunners. We've got a Juggernaut, we've got Greenbeard, we've got a legendary... It's a low-level legendary fault. But then we've got the Pirate to take on. Come on, Greenbeards, that's it. Can we take on the Pirate now? There we go. So perfect. 20-odd seconds. I don't think we're good enough. I mean, I think that 3 hits on the legendary fault would be enough. This is going to be a close one, real close. I've got no abilities coming up. If we had to stay on target, I'd say, yeah, we got it nailed, but I don't think so. And here comes the 8, 7... 6. We might not even get the 2-star. Come on, come on, go, 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 go. There we go. 2-star, but not enough for that. So we waste him again, but at least, you know, it's not 10%. We're going to do a final raid because we are coming up to a long episode now, guys. And look at that, the time's gone down by another 4 minutes. I mean, I'm going to stay in the streak because, well, my grog's getting low. I need to farm, really. Ideally, this is it. This is the base I'm feeding. This is a slight profit. I'm feeling mildly confident. So what I might do is I might put in a few gunners, a jug, a heavy gunner, take out this ground panel. Then I can come in from this angle, and I'll feel a lot more confident doing it that way. I've got to remember to take out the buildings, outline buildings as well. Right. So let's get to it. Let's not dilly-dally. Let's stop. Try and be as quick as we can. So get them corner buildings done and sing to. Let's get the juggy in there. If we have to use all our gunners just to get rid of this Grand Panda, I don't mind at all. Use the heavy gunner's ability if we need to. Just make sure that out of all these buildings, we're wasting, alright, maybe a 20% of an army, but a Grand Panda can nail 100% of an army if they're stuck in a location. There we go. So we're taking fire off of... There we go. If we can get a couple of defences down too, and that heavy gunner sticks to the left side, this could be a good deal for us. Let's get our troops in now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Come on. 4. There we go. In a rush now, guys. Sibs in a massive rush. Right, let's get our 10 Ghastly Gunslingers in here. Spread them out. Right, bunkers. So let's get them just both in the same location. I'm feeling better if we do that. Ghastly Gunslingers are in there. Keep back our Priestess. We do not want her going in there and dying early. This bunker is firing. That's why I put both of my heavy gunners there. Because I don't want to get grilled by the bunker. Now, let's get our Priestess in there. We really need to get some skellies here, please. So the mortar's gone down. We've got a big mortar at the back here. We left no troops for the ship. Come on, get in there. A little bit closer, a little bit closer. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Now use your ability. Perfect. Mortar's locked up. Cannon. Pirate hull. This is looking a lot better for us now. We're still not able to get any skellies resurrected, which is a problem. Go on, heavy gunners. In you go, my boys. That's it. Perfect. So we've still got the Juggernauts in there taking a lot of damage. Can we get this raid done? I am not too sure. We really need to resurrect the skellies. Heavy gunners are taking damage because of the close range there. and that is a big problem. So mortar's gone down. Can we 3-star this base? No, we're not going to. Again, man. Oh, this is just a pain. This is painful. All we got left is the heavy gunner. These raids, man, are driving me up the wall. I'm not going to deploy Greenbeard. A waste. The legendary fort's there. You got buildings over there. It's not happening. If we can get the 2-star, I think, you know, it'd be job well done. I can't see a reason why we can't get this done in 30 odd seconds. Nothing can hit the heavy gunner. And there's our 2-star. Can we get some more golds? Yes, hopefully. Don't go too close. Oh, both of them are there. But they still wouldn't have got the job done even with Greenbeard, because, I mean, you've got buildings there. The ship, you got the lighthouse, you got the fences, you got the storage. It's just too much. Wow, there's a bunker there. Didn't even see that hiding. But we're getting some more gold. Get it under 100,000. Yay, there we go. So 80,000 there. Get it below 50, can we? Yes, go on, heavy gunner. Go on, take it all for daddy. There we go, a couple more shots. Oh, almost. So the last few bullets didn't register, but we made a profit. 300 plunder points thereabouts. Hope you enjoyed this episode all. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.